ETH. For folks that are not tracking what's going on, so ETH 1.0 is everything, that's the one that we're mining, right? That's a chain. And that chain has all kinds of things. It has transactions. It has smart contracts. And those smart contracts have, DeFi. So all the functions of DeFi. It has the NFTs. Then you have ETH 2.0, which I think they're getting away from the ETH 2.0 discussion. And they're moving to a space of getting rid of this name and just calling it something else. But right now, this is the beacon chain, not beacon, it's beacon, I think, or maybe it is an O. So it's the beacon chain, okay? This has been running since like 2020, on like December of 2020, and people are earning, this is the proof of stake. And this has actually been running, and it hasn't been doing anything. So it has blocks, just like everybody else, right? And it's paying the entire network of providers a very small increment. So if you have a locked Ethereum block here, you are paid, every block does it to the whole entire ecosystem, a little bit of money. So you locked up 32 ETH here, and now it's worth something like, I don't know, you might have 33 or so ETH now in there. It's probably a little higher. I haven't looked at Beacon in a while. But you've made probably about an ETH or so for being on here. And this has been locked for over a year. When they go to do the merge at some point, the only thing that's happening is Beacon's going to continue to do what it's doing. But the consensus that says those blocks are good, right? It's going to take the consensus. So right now, proof of work is the consensus for the Ethereum 1 chain. Us miners are upholding or invalidating those blocks. Nodes are saying, yep, those are all in check. And just the consensus piece is moving down from here over to proof of stake. So these blocks here now are only just the integral proof of stake is going to be validating those blocks. However, all of this stuff is still going to be on ETH1. So all the smart contracts, all that kind of stuff still stays on this canonical chain, the original ETH1 chain. So part of the issue is unlike other proof of stake setups, where everything is on here, it's going to be this like kind of bridge thing where just consensus layer is setting on ETH 2.0 and the blocks are being formed, but like all of the structure is going to have like this canonical connection to essentially the ETH databases that store state, all the history of stuff, all of that, and all your locked DeFi money and all that kind of stuff stays on ETH1. And at some point, there's a transition to full ETH2. Who knows? So there's that. So the part of the concern is is this going to actually work? That's what they're testing right now with this whole bridge thing. And is there some kind of issue? I mean, I have all kinds of concerns, but like there's a lot of really smart people working on it. So they're going to try to figure it out. But like anytime you have what I call kind of acetation between two networks like this, I start thinking like, is there going to be interleave? You know, is there some kind of, you know, issue where like the syncing gets out of sync and then blocks stop being produced and then now the whole network's frozen and they figure out some kind of issue down here, like in between the way the consensus works. And that's essentially what the Cornell paper that just got put out showed: two attack vectors on ETH POS with its way that it handles its ghost, which I don't remember the name of the acronym, where it's an ability for it to be able to keep track of the longest chain and make sure everything is in good order. And it causes a potential ability to de-stake your node, like taking the stake away, but then produce an infinite amount of blocks. And I mean, there's all kinds of stuff we could get into. I don't have to boil the ocean today on this one, but like there's a lot of stuff going on here related to the very fundamentals. If you don't understand everything here, is understanding that proof of work in general is random, right? We do not know who's going to win a block. All miners in the world are competing to try to win the opportunity to take transactions and stuff them in a block and get paid in a coin. With proof of stake, the blocks are deterministic, which means it's predetermined that in an epoch, which is just time a reference, okay? So it's some reference to time. These things have been selected. Year number 1, year number 2, year number 3, year number 4, right? Like, so this has been determined of who's going to be checking those blocks. So it's all a deterministic thing. Random, deterministic, right? So there's some fundamental differences the way that works. And there's some technical reasons why they have to do this, then do this, right? So this is just a preview of